Friends back in the days were, well, for me personally, has evolved from before. Now it seems pretty evolved. But in this video, I want to talk about many, like what my friends were back in the days. Back in the days, I didn't really have friends growing up till elementary, which sucked. It did suck. I was mostly with my family the whole time. Like, I never made a friend. I was mostly to myself back in the days. Like, I never, not even at a McDonald's play center, I never made a friend with anyone. Not even play a sport with them. Like, as a little baby before elementary. It must have sucked. Elementary for me, I'm not gonna lie, like, I tried really acting cool during these times, like in kindergarten, but I was a big crybaby. And people saw me as one of those crybabies, and I would say I was a weird kid back in the days, which is good to admit. Like, I was a bit of a crybaby. I actually tried to get in with the girls in my class, but one girl actually did it, like, I saw her as a true friend. Like, I saw two of them, but there was one that, like, just hit me. She was, like, I would say one of my best friends back in elementary. But we did have, like, now I feel like we may have, like, different views on everything, which is the truth. That's how I see it from her perspective, because me and her have, like, a different, like, type of friend group. I did make her cry once, which I do feel bad, but that's all in the past now. First grade. First grade for me, I'll admit, first grade for me, when I tried to make friends with people, guys, trying to act all cool and trying to be like the hot shot, but to be honest with y'all, I was rude as well in first grade. I mean, it was to a lesser extent though, and then, because I had this wood. But, I mean, in freaking kindergarten, but that one, like, first grade was, in my opinion, I will admit, people did not like me in that class too. I had, like, some good friends in the first grade. I mean, I still had the same, like, girl from kindergarten, but it felt like we were becoming more than friends. In my opinion, I feel like we were becoming more than friends. But yeah, I started getting more friends, but people were starting to hate me. Like, back in the days, I actually told a girl about a I don't want to say the whole. It was something rude. I don't want to say it, but I regret that one. Man, like trying to act all cool back in the days was, for me, my way of getting friends. But in a rude way, like now coming back to it, I do not like that. And even in the recess days too, like I will admit, I wasn't playing in recess as much. Like I wasn't even in the playground. Like I was mostly sitting against the wall or I was sitting down. And then the security over there would tell me, oh, to go play, but I kept sitting by the wall or like just sat there. I just watched everyone go on the swing or slides. Like I'll probably go there too, but I barely had anyone back in the days. And to tell y'all this too, like the only time I hung out with these type of people was actually back in. It's like whenever we meet, like for example, we might meet at the McDonald's play place or go to them specials that the school does. Like, man, we used to. It was crazy, but I'm not really. And to be honest, I do wish I could have done that more. And guys, I never did a sport. Like I never did a team sport. You know, like, I never played a sport for my elementary. Like not even to 6th grade. Like I was just. I was just there, you know. Like first. Like I still remember I had like a few friends, but to be honest, I don't even think they liked me. Cause man, like I told y'all, crybaby, and I remember I got a student in trouble for, well, I gave him Oreos, which and then I told the teacher, oh, you stole my Oreos. Like that decreased our friendship, but I know I was gonna be competitive with him. But 2nd grade. I started less going to the principal's office. I mean, sheesh. Like I started getting more friends though. Like I had like a few students that didn't like me at first, but then they start to like as the school year went by, we started to become better friends, and I started to get like a good, respect, which I'm glad. And they were good friends too, I'm not gonna lie. But then I told you, didn't hang out with them outside. And then I started playing more with the students in recess. I started playing more in recess. But I was still alone here and there, and that's the truth. 3rd grade, it was the same thing too. Not gonna lie. Well, I had a broken arm. Like there was like these two specific like boys that I started to mess with. Like they were cool, but they left at the end of the school year. That's the thing. I remember I was always giving them a Nesty Crunch. Like, bro, I used to be like one of the biggest, like, to make friends, like, I gave them something good. Which now, how I see it now, That's not a good way. Like not even your middle school and high school years. That is not a good way. Like just giving stuff. You just have to like socialize. And I will tell y'all my social skills were pretty bad. And there was like a mix of like bad kids that I'd hang out with. But I try not to get caught up in any of their schemes, which is good. And they started to offer me if I want to play with them in recess. And I do not have regrets about that. Fourth grade, I started hanging out with, well, not like the popular like cool kids. I mean, I probably hang out with them like here and there, but and then I started liking this. Well, this other girl started liking me. Not the same girl that was from like my kindergarten to second grade years. This is like a different girl. She was a cool one. Like I feel like she was definitely, in my opinion, one of my best friends in elementary. And you know what's the crazy thing too? She liked me. I was like, oh shoot, like another girl liked me. Huh. That's really crazy. But it was like, okay, like when it came to like the other classes like PE and health, oh man, like people would start like, what the heck are you doing, Tris? Like, man, I started crying like a lot. Like, if I never won something, like if I never won anything, then I'd cry. But it was just a game. And I feel like other students accepted their loss. With me, man, like I always cried. But yeah, like it started to evolve more. My friendships, fifth grade. So, guys, I wasn't like a good like date, and like I wasn't like good with managing a relationship. So I decided to purposefully. No, so this is what happened. So my girlfriend, if you could consider it, said, "Oh, you want to go on a date like around the school?" And this is why I said, "It's like sure," but then the thing is, like I thought it was like, oh, outside the schoolhouse. Then during recess, she was like, "Oh, how about that date?" And then I told her, "Oh," and this is like a purpose thing too. I told her, "Oh, um, I'm sorry. Like I'm gonna have to." Like in my head, this is like in my head. I told her, "Oh, um, I thought it was outside school," and we never went on that date. She said, "No, not like that, Tris." And then she told me the next day, like, "Tris, it's okay. We just be friends." And I dealt with it pretty much. I mean, I don't know. It just I wasn't ready for that, and I still like that older girl. Like that other girl still liked me from the kindergarten days. Like the girl that I'm talking about now, like she only came to the school in fourth grade. That's the truth. But then, see, like in fifth grade, because I was still being a little bit of a crybaby, I started to act all hotshot again. Which, I started hanging out with the bad kids. I started doing their schemes a little bit. Like I started not listening in class, which was not good. Yeah, trying to act all hotshot when I could have been listening. See, guys, the lesson in that one is to be careful what friends you make. Like some might back you up and support you, some will put you down more, if that's how you say it. And then she left on Valentine's Day with a girl, and I was just, you know, and I was hanging out with my friends, but then here, COVID happened now, which, to be honest, I barely hung out with anyone during COVID. You know, like I barely hung out with anyone during the COVID days, besides my cousin. Which, guys, I don't want to be mentioning names, like specific names. If you heard like a specific name earlier, just try to forget about it. But yeah, I used to, and I will admit it, I will consider my cousin like as my best friend. Like I used to consider him my best friend, you know. Like we'd hang out every day, and plus, he got me to hang out with others too. Like during the summertime, like with other people. Like, and I'm glad that my cousin did that. Like I got more friends in my previous neighborhood. But yeah, in 5th grade, I barely hung out with anyone outside. Like once the pandemic started. But and to tell y'all this too, I never invited a friend to my house, like in my life, which I will probably like mention that later on in the video. But yeah, I never invited anyone. It's not even a friend, we're just family, and that sucked. But there, sorry if I'm saying that a lot, but it was all computer. I did not hang out with anyone at all. Like, I mean, I had that girl visit me, like in the fall, like, and also not even in the summer, but in the fall. Like, she came to visit me, and like, this is like when I started to get like a better music taste. And I started showing her like my music taste. And my sister still got like a video of me hugging her, but sadly it was deleted. But it was still like the pandemic was still here. 6th grade, I didn't even hang out with anyone outside. Like not even my mom. Like the friends that I have now, like they went to school like the physical way. But the worst thing though was that they had to wear masks. And I wanted to go back like the physical way too. I didn't want to do the virtual. But my mom and like my dad, he wanted it. Like I told him I wanted to, which he agreed. But my mom on the other hand was like, "Oh, you're gonna have to go to school, Tris," and I was like, And I was thinking in my head, like, no, I actually want to do the virtual though. But I didn't say that, like, to their faces. You know, guys, like, I never, like, had my chance to speak, like, my opinion. Like, I never, like, stood out with my voice in the days. Which I wish I could have, you know. Like, I wish I could have spoke my reasonings, you know. which I feel like a thing for y'all is y'all could back up your reasonings too. But back to what I was saying, and I didn't hang out with, it was just my cousin, and mostly, and I didn't even go to my elementary graduation, which I wish I could have, but it's alright. Like, and I barely had anyone that remembers me. Not even on social media now. Like, I even follow them, like my old classmates, but they don't even follow me back. So they must have forgotten about me. Like, if they saw me in person, they might like say hi or something. Like, I want to do a meetup with my elementary classmates. Seventh grade. Seventh grade came back physical. But here was the plan, guys. So we just moved into the neighborhood by my middle school. Okay. Like, I just moved in like way before. I was supposed to go to a different middle school. And if I did, I wouldn't have the friends that I had now. I wouldn't even have my friend group, nothing. Like, if I wasn't there. But yeah, we came back in with masks, in middle school. Trying to, and I tried I was more like mature than how I was in fifth grade, which I feel like that's literally every school grade you're gonna mature no matter what. But yeah, like there were roasts up there at the middle school. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, and I was like wearing a hat too. Like, I started wearing hats like way before sixth grade ended. And to tell ya, I did not hang out for the sixth grade summer either. Not even like with some. I mean, I might have met like some friends in the playground after sixth grade ended, but I didn't really hang out with them like that. But yeah, I started wearing hats, and I couldn't even wear mine. Now, see, my hair was bad back in the days. Like, my hair was dead. Like, I needed to wear a hat. But guess the principal was a little bit of a knucklehead herself. No name mentioned, as I promised. But yeah, coming back to the friend thing, yes. Seventh grade, I started off as a weird kid. Alright. I started off weird. And I'll admit that the friends that I have now did not like me. Like, they had one friend that had to tell me more than once to do the specific thing for an assignment. And he started to get mad at me. And then when I tried to act all like cool stuff, trying to get like friends, they just looked at me. And I'm like, ugh. Like, looking back on that, like that was just plain bad. And then like I had friends like in the neighborhood too, but I didn't really become friends with them till February. Which I will say I wish I could have became friends with them more sooner than expected. And that's the truth. I wish I could have became friends with them sooner than later. because I do miss it. Like, I really wish I could have hung out with them more and became friends with them right there. But yeah, the way I was dressed too, they make fun of me for it, cause you know, like I had to pull up my pants. Like people that became my friends, like before, like they had to tell me, man, you have to like you have to pull up your pants, bro. Like your butt crack is showing. Like, and I was embarrassed too. Like whenever I said something, boom. Like it was just something like so out of place. And I will admit, is this still recording, by the way? But I did not like the friends that I have now. I did not like them. Like I did not like some of them too. Like I did not like some of them. Like I thought they were just like plain weird. Like I thought they were just weird. But it turned out they were actually cool people. Well, I'm glad to say they're my friends. You know? But mostly, guys, I'll tell y'all. Like, I was sitting at a specific, like, lunch table. Like, okay, the first day of 7th grade, we had to sit at assigned lunch tables. And I became friends with, like, Asian, with this specific Asian group. And they liked it. And I was glad to, like, but now we're just neutral friends. Like, the friends that I have now, they're good friends to me. Like, but those Asians, like, more neutral. Like, they still know my name, but it's more, like, they don't know me like that anymore. And even, like, I feel like my relationship with others, like, see, all right, this is how I actually became friends with people. Like, I'll talk with them for a little bit. Then, oh, you want to become my friend? That okay? I'm gonna say it in quotations, right? This is a quote unquote. The guy said, "Hey, can we be friends? Or do you want to be my friend?" It was like a yes or no. And I even tried. Like, there was like two girls that became like I was friends with all of the girls too, with the popular girls. But now, no. And I would tell y'all, most of the friends that I had were troublemakers. I'll say that. Like, most of them would get detention, which I never had a detention in my life, ever. Well, there was one time when our English teacher was gonna put us in detention, but that never happened. But yeah, I really do wish I could have been hanging out with them more. And this, they didn't even remember, like, I was literally in their gym period, too. But the truth is, the reason why they don't remember me, because I usually just walk the track upstairs. I didn't play basketball with them. And I don't even know why I didn't. Which is like, bull. But then the summertime, this is like my first time hanging out with friends in the summertime. Well, now with like I had like one friend that guy, which more middle school students showed up, and they started becoming friends with me more. Even the kids outside of the middle school started to become friends with me. But yeah, like there were some specific students that didn't like me in middle school. Like I even tried talking to them at the lunch table too. Like this guy, like he was like a neutral friend to me. I tried talking to him, but that did not go well. Which I don't even think he remembers that conversation. Like, guys, I could like bring up like a conversation to them, like our first conversation. Boom. I don't. They're gonna say I don't remember that, but I definitely remember how that went. But yeah, seventh grade. I wish I could have like hung out with them more, which I do regret. But it's like moving on from experience. Eighth grade, I started hanging out with them more often. And to be honest, like how I got these friends too was like from one specific person. And I usually asked them if they knew about my cousin, which they wouldn't even remember that I asked them that. And they didn't even like me too, which is crazy. Eighth grade was pretty much the same old thing once that the class of 26s moved up. And there were freshmen, so I was with my eighth grade buddies. I mean, I had some seventh grade friends who I would consider the class of 28 friends. Which I will admit, man, I got more friends over time. I mean, the same thing too, but it was just like the same like pattern. Like it was. But then when my birthday came, like more people started coming to me as friends, which I'm glad to consider y'all as friends, bro. Like, and we started sitting at the same lunch table together. That was like literally our lunch table, man. Like it was such a cool table. Man, I wish I could have hung out with y'all more in middle school. That's what I would say. And I will admit, there were moments of jealousy here and there, guys. Like, there was moments of just full on like jealousy here. But like, once I started knowing y'all more, that jealousy slowly started to go away. And I started like becoming friends with, I became friends with more Asians. But like now in my 11th grade year, it's just neutral. Like they still remember me, but we're not as like close as what it was back in the days. That lunch table, fun. I started playing basketball with them more, like during gym. Yeah, during gym, I started playing basketball with them more. Like, some of them were still troublemakers. I will admit that. But man, I wish I could have been hanging out with them more. Like, that's my biggest regret. Like, I started helping them out with homework assignments as well. But see, how I was like trying to be cool, I tried showing off my music taste. Like I was such a, and I actually had to follow up with their trends, guys. Like I actually had to follow up with their trends, to follow up with their trends, their music taste. Like I had to follow them, in a way just to get friends, to become more noticed by people. You know, like just to get more noticed. But I'm glad I noticed them and they noticed me. But yeah, 8th grade, I didn't really hang out with anyone. In the summertime, yeah, in the summertime, I didn't hang out with anyone. 9th grade, still taking the school bus. Everyone's still kind of the same. No. Well, some of them had to go to like summer school. And I was starting, like, I was a little bit of a, let's just say, a weird kid again. Yeah, I was still kind of a weird kid. I was playing basketball with them more. But yeah, I was kind of like jealous at some aspects. I mean, like, well, mostly in sophomore, like when everyone started to get a car. Like, I had my permit first, okay? I'm just saying, like, I had my permit already. Like, I got in the 8th grade year. Like, after 8th grade ended. Which sophomore, they were like, oh, I get you. Like, I could have been the first person. But guys, like, there was a lot of things I had to deal with. You know, like, what I mean by I had to deal with, I got into some scuffle with some family members. Plus, in 2023, I wasn't. I was mostly in the parking lot, which that's like barely practice. Now I have to do the driving school. Like, if I didn't get into that like beef with that family member, then I could have, started driving there. And I'm just saying, like I even dreamed about that too, becoming the first one, but that never happened. But yeah, I started to get like more friends in the freshman year, and also become friends with more of the class of 2026 that I didn't get to friend in my 7th grade, which they were 8th graders during that time. Like, it was mostly like evolving from there. Like, and again, I'm really glad that I do have friends. Okay, I'm really glad that I have them like on my side. I feel bad for not hanging out, and like there were like a couple of reasons. Like, I didn't hang out with my my friends because, first of all, I could have asked like, oh, y'all wanna do this or whatnot, but like hearing like their conversations, my friends, like I know they wouldn't be interested. Like, I always dreamed about being a leader, like one day. Like, I wanted to lead something, but now it's just a follower, which I don't want to be a follower like many times. Like, I literally just want to be a leader for once. That's it. Like, I want to become a leader at least once. But it's like, I'll make it boring though. Like, that's the thing that I'm worried about. Like, I might make it like a weird experience, which I don't want to happen. And jealousy. But yeah, I really do. And the 11th grade is going well right now. Like, I'm gonna miss class 26. And, but, like, when I used to consider my cousin, like, my best friend during the time, it got separated because, of the constant sleepovers that we had to do. Like, them constant sleepovers in 7th grade. When, like, my cousin's family was gonna do something, yeah, I felt bad. Like, I should have told my mom. Like, I don't blame anyone in particular, but I could have told my mom that, oh, like, I should have, like, spoke, like, my mind out. I could have spoke my mind out. Which that is a lesson in this video, is to speak, to have a loud, to have, like, a good voice, Like, guess, like, we're still on good terms. It was more separated, which sucks. But yeah, I think that's it for the video, man. Like, and this gives me like a sense of like nostalgia right here. Like, literally. But yeah, I might do another video like next week on a different topic. So hopefully y'all have a good night, and I'll